We are talking more fantasy football gold must-have players. In this episode, we've got the great and powerful Tim, a.k.a. the Bald Man. What's happening, Tim, man?
Not much. How's it going, everybody?
Man, I'm excited. We did must-haves with Jim. We wanted to hear your must-haves, and I'm not going to repeat my must-haves. I'm actually including 3 receivers that you must have in this one because people know my running backs for the most part. I wanted to include wide receivers that you must have. I got 3 of them here. Tim's got 3 of his must have players. Big episode here. I'm excited to dive in. Tim, are you excited? We are now full flow fantasy football season. There's no holding us back now. This is it. We're on.
It's good. And I'll tell you what, in this list, I am giving you my number 1 overall pick. Isn't it amazing? Everybody always says, who did he pick number 1? Who's he taking number 1? This is my number 1.
Tim, I'm excited. I feel that you've actually joined the counselor train. I'm rubbing off on you because the number 1 first overall pick is very counselor of you.
I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer, I would say. So you can take some credit for this, but it's a no-brainer. Second one, I don't know. I think maybe you don't like that because he's going to be like my 3rd off the board probably.
Yeah. All right. So in news here, I'm not going to cover too much of news. I just want to highlight a couple of things from a few days ago that we didn't mention on yesterday's show. I want to just cover it here. Cortland Sutton signs a 4-year deal, $92 million, $23 million a year on average. Not bad. Clear-cut wide receiver 1 at the time of this recording. And also Baker Mayfield, they restructured his deal, giving him $30 million in 2026 as they're working on kind of a long-term deal for him. So I wanted to mention those. I didn't mention yesterday's show because, again, we're kind of behind on the news a little bit when we pre-record this a little bit. Other news comes out, and there's probably going to be more news that comes out before this. That's why you guys got to follow on my social media. I'm putting this in my story modes. Follow at Fantasy Football Counselor. Turn on the bell there. There's a chat room in there. You can join that. I got a Discord. There's a Discord below. Join the channels. Get plugged in. Get linked in. I'm giving away some really good information there. It's amazing, man. I'm ready to dive in, guys. Make sure you guys do smash a thumbs up. Tim, are you pumped up, man? Pump it. Smash it. Tell me to smash it, Tim.
It's kind of hard to be. You're the one doing all the talking. What do you want me to do? You want me to sit here and be like, yes,
smash it
in the background, like, I'm just ready to go, baby.
Some people want to pull on your chinny chin chin with that beard. It looks so tuggable.
So one guy that I know said I look like Mr. Tumnus from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Mr. Tumnus, you know, the satyr, the goat man.
I've never seen that. I could not relate.
I mean, come on, it's a pretty good movie. You got to watch. You give it a watch.
Now, so smash the thumbs up simply just for Tim's goatee or beard or whatever that thing is hanging off his chin. And make sure you guys grab the 16-round drafts, which I've linked it below. Do not draft without this. I'm telling you, man, once you get 16 rounds, you have an ironclad roster, a backup plan for a backup plan. I'm literally handing you the championship on a silver platter. Grab 16 rounds right now. Secure the solution. Secure the championship. Right now, linked it below. Head on over to thefantasyfootballcounselor.com. If you're listening in the car, pull over right now. Go grab 16 rounds. That's it. I'm excited. That's my energy for the day.
That's pretty extreme, dude.
I know. I yelled because I want people to win their leagues. What do I want to tell you? I want people to win their leagues, Tim. I can't stand by and see people draft based on ADP Concheapsis rankings. They'll destroy their teams. It's that simple.
Follow the counselor.
All right. Let's go. First player here. And again, I keep saying this, but I'm going to keep doing it. You should always let the guest go first, but I'm rude. I'm going to start off with the first player here that's a must-have for me. Calvin Ridley, wide receiver 32. I got a note here. He will eat round 5 to 6 ADP, depending on how many people in your league, yada, yada. Listen, Calvin Ridley, I've been watching the tape. I've talked about this. I'm in on Cam Ward. I think he's good. And the main reason that these guys are being, pushed to the wayside, neglected, abandoned in fantasy, frowned upon, not talked about as much, it's simply because Cam's a rookie. And I talked about this on the show yesterday with Jim, because we were talking about Cam Ward, Tim. I remember a year or two ago, it was the CJ Stroud before CJ Stroud had that breakout year, not last year, but the year before. And Stroud was slept on, and Nico Collins was slept on, tanked out, simply because Stroud was a rookie and everybody else was slept on. I'm getting that type of vibe from the Cam Ward Ridley thing. What a steal for a wide receiver 1. We know he's extremely talented. We know he's loud. He knows it's one of those guys that demands the ball. And we know for certain, because I saw it on tape, and we saw it in college, that Cam Ward can thread the needle. He just threaded the needle. I saw a video a couple days ago through triple coverage to get the ball to Ridley, okay? And Ridley, if it's an underthrown, I saw him come back and get the ball. So They're building that chemistry. I'm excited, and I'm getting a wide receiver one round 5, Tim. I mean, maybe even I'd say round 6 on average. That's a pretty good deal.
It's definitely a good price. And I don't want to poo-poo on your pick too much.
You always do. You
I
always
think
do.
it's a decent price to pay for this guy. My problem is he had decent targets, he had decent yardage, only 4 touchdowns, so that definitely has to improve. And then he barely caught over 50% last year. So you're hoping a lot on this rookie quarterback coming in,
Yeah.
feeding him, like you say, threading the needle to him, all that good stuff. It's a bit of a crapshoot, but man, I'll tell you what, mid 6, like I think is where he goes. 240 points is pretty damn good with a little more upside even. Once again, it has to be the touchdowns though. So can the offense get in a position where they're going to score more?
Yes. And Will Levis was throwing the ball, followed by Mason Rudolph last year. He's got I believe it's a major upgrade. And that's the thing. That's why he's a deal, because it's their uncertainty of do we 100% know that Cam Ward's going to be good? I don't know. I don't know 100%, but I could tell you, I feel it and I know it. And based on what I'm seeing on paper, what I'm seeing in training camp, there is hints, guys. There's hints that indicate that he's better than Will Levis. That's all I got to say. I don't think the bar is too high with Will Levis, but now he's out for the whole season, is banged up. But dude, I'm just seeing a lot of value here. I'm all over this. Okay. All right, Tim, let's go with yours, who is actually your first overall pick.
No,
we're not doing that yet.
We're not doing that.
What are we doing?
Making you guys wait. You're waiting to the end of the damn show. That's right.
Okay, all right. So now you kind of ruined my order. So why don't we do this?
I know, but they have to wait. You got to build the suspense. Who is Tim's number? Yeah. Who's going to be the best? Because when Tim picks him, he's the best.
All right, I got to edit this now. Okay, so we're going to go to your number, the next guy here for you.
On the screen already, did you?
What's that?
Did the people watching already see it?
No one saw it. I didn't put it up. Okay, so we're going to save the best for last, I should say. Okay, so let's go with your pick here, Tim. I was going to call you Jim. I hung out with Jim way too much yesterday. By the way, Connor was on the show, and here's what happened. You missed it. I don't know if you watched yesterday's show, but what ended up happening is Jim was the guy who originally talked bad about Connor, suggesting the barbecuing of Connor, the Concheapsis, the sheep, right? So what ends up happening is Connor gets on. He was actually surprised to see Jim on the show. And then what happens is Jim started talking and insinuating another barbecue, and Connor absolutely snapped. And he basically told Jim to screw off. It was really bad.
Poor little lamb chops.
Maybe we'll see Connor here on the show later. What do you think?
Oh, please. I can't wait.
All right. Your next pick here is Jameson Williams. Listen.
No, now you're definitely screwed up. We haven't even talked about my second/first.
We're going to go with this guy now. This is what we're doing.
You want to totally jump? You want to go Jameson? All right, we'll go Jameson.
Let's go Jameson Williams.
Okay, so once again, this isn't a high draft pick, and I'm totally cool with that. And I totally understand that Amon-Ra St. Brown is there and that he is the number one. I'm not debating any of this, believe me. But for a late 5th, early 6th round pick, I'm kind of going with what Joe's got. This is an amazing team, great offensive team right now. I can't believe I'm saying that, but great offensive team, very well-rounded. God forbid anything were to happen. And I'm not even gambling on anything happening to Brown. I'm just saying Jameson Williams is good on his own. Sure, he's a great second wide receiver. Mid 6th, let's call him. Let's put him around there. I just think the point value is there. The value in general is there. So I am going Jameson Williams as one of my must-haves.
Yeah, so here's the deal, man. I've been watching a lot of hearing a lot from training camp. He does look good. His routes are amazing. I heard beat writers' jaws are dropping. Every time I hear jaw drop, you picture the jaw drop, awed at this stuff. So yeah, he's going to make some big plays. I just see him more of a best ball player. I'm not drafting him in a year long. I just think there's too many targets to spread around. You got a new offensive coordinator, new coaches. O-line's a little bit different this year. New look offense, and they're lining up Jahmyr Gibbs is a wide receiver now. So I don't know if there's just going to be enough volume to make this guy a viable starter each week, but there's no denying the talent is there. An injury to Amon-Ra. Oh my God, this is it, man. This guy takes it off to the roof, knock on wood. Yeah, he goes to the moon. So yeah, for me, I'm a pass, but Tim likes the value. Wide receiver 30. That's great value.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying the value is there. Great team. I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it this year for sure.
All right, the next guy here for me, it's a must-have. We're talking wide receiver value. It's Courtland Sutton, wide receiver 23. We talked about him getting paid the 92 milli, and he's a good receiver. He's not outstanding, right? But 1,000-yard type guy, 135 targets, finished 15th last year. And I think Bo Nix gets better. Now, the only thing is here, they've got a true run game, I believe, this year with Harvey and Dobbins. Hopefully more Harvey, less Dobbins, because I got a lot of Harvey stock. They added Pat Bryant. They've got, Veely, all these other guys kind of stepping up this year. But Cortland is right now the alpha unless Bryant does something that's really going to shine. So I've stashed Bryant a lot. In my big money league, I do have Courtland Sutton, which is good. And this news makes me feel good, man. It makes me feel good that Courtland Sutton signs his deal, which means they believe in him. And I believe in Bo Nix. I believe in the situation, man. I think this Courtland Sutton's going to get fed. And the value, you're getting a wide receiver 1 in round 5. And this is what I'm screaming from the mountaintops, right? People are spending round 2 picks on guys like T. Higgins, who's a round 2 who maxes out. This is one contrast you got to look at, Tim. T. Higgins, we know, I've seen it every single year. He maxes out at 110 targets. Like, that's his cap. That's his ceiling, right? And he had a pinnacle 10 touchdown season. He's never had that before. And they're round two. But I can get a 3-round discount and get Courtland Sutton round 5, who's the wide receiver 1, who had 135 targets last year. Sign me up. It doesn't make any sense. That's why rankings don't work, Tim. They don't work.
This whole scenario, I mean, your first 2 picks, even my first pick that we just did, it just plays into that heavy RB early. I mean, damn, you can grab a couple of good RBs. You can grab one of those top tight ends. You can grab a top quarterback, and you can still come around and get some wide receiver 1s.
Yeah.
There's no problem waiting here. I mean, that's what you're showing. That's what you're saying here.
Absolutely. I love it, man. I love the upside. Love the ceiling here. Courtland Sutton, great talent. All right, Tim, your next guy here is a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to take him pretty early. Like I'm pretty happy. And I was excited about him last year too. So we're going to be talking, of course, about Jaden Daniels. I was huge on him last year, not a Washington fan by any means, but still figured he had everything it takes. And of course he did, man. He did very well. I think you're not going to see a huge increase this year. There's just everything's not in play to do that, but it's still going to be another great year. So give me Jaden Daniels. Give me him in the 3rd round. I'm taking him. Yep, got him. Mine.
I mean, the only concern here is there going to be a sophomore slump. That's always a concern. But I heard, again, he's tearing it up in training camp. Absolutely.
And he's another one of those quarterbacks that can make up for it with his legs. So that's the huge factor here. So that's why I'm taking him, and I'm taking him early.
We are recording this a day or so before it actually released, right? We're releasing this Wednesday morning. This was recorded a day or 2 before. Hear me out, though. This news just came out as we're recording here. Treylon Burks, who probably like a week ago, Cam Ward was saying, he's going to be a great guy on our team. Then I think he got hurt. They just waived him. I think they just the Titans released Burks. More good news for Calvin Ridley. More reinforcing that Calvin Ridley is going to get fed. They drafted a bunch of rookies. Maybe one of those guys steps up. But as of right now, Calvin Ridley is the alpha. That's it. I just have to mention that.
That's like perfect timing.
Yeah. News keeps kind of breaking out as we're recording these episodes. It's wild. I think there was a piece of news yesterday that came out when I was recording with Jim. It was a couple days ago. It was Caleb Johnson. I was like, I love him. He's my must-have. And then the big thing was with Arthur Smith, because he was using Cordarrelle Patterson in Bijan's rookie year, right? I remember that. And he was like, why are they using, it was his rookie year. I'm like, why are you putting Patterson in? Mm-hmm. So apparently Patterson was on the Steelers and he got released. I'm like, and Arthur Smith is there, right? So it's like, okay, Caleb Johnson, the whole worry about maybe using Patterson, reliving that nightmare that was with the Falcons with Bijan and Patterson, and Arthur Smith with Caleb now. And so bottom line is Patterson was released while I was recording talking about Caleb Johnson. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
There you go, man. Good news.
News keeps popping. Yeah, good news from the guys we're talking about that are must-have, just reinforcing the case here. But going back to Jaden Daniels, great talent. There's no doubt about it. Round 3 ADP, give or take. He's one of those premium quarterbacks up there with Lamar and the Hurts of the world. And I definitely see the talent, right? But very expensive compared to last year. Definitely, he got inflated from last year for sure, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's keep going here to my guy, who's a must-have in round 1. And I got this guy finishing. I got him finishing as the number 1 wide receiver. Right? Round 1 ADP, target monster. Jim was saying last episode that, hey, There's no way he sees 170 targets, and I definitely see a possible dip there. But similar situation, like Ridley, there's nobody else there. There's no one else you got to worry about. And Malik is really good at creating separation. He's a good receiver. Did you see the one video I posted it where he catches the ball and does a wild touchdown celebration? Did you see that?
I don't think so.
He's basically like, I'm not going to do it here, but he basically catches the ball, goes to the end zone, and he's basically slapping it like he's, behind somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah.
So I think there'd be, I don't know whether they'd fine him in the training camp or whether there was a fine, but I was sure if that was in a game, he'd definitely be, there's talk about people saying he'd 100% be fined for that. He's just having some fun, man. I don't see a problem with that.
Just slapping the pig's butt. That's all it is. And I do mean a pig. I mean an oink oink pig.
Yes, that's it. So yeah, I like him, man. There's really nothing to say here other than, you could say, it's a Giants and you have your stories on like, I don't trust the offense, but hey, someone's got to catch the ball.
Let's just say I poo-pooed on him last year. I didn't really like it once again because the team and he did phenomenal last year. Let me tell you, he did better than I thought he would do. And I do give him the edge this year as well. I think he's right up there. Now, once again, you're still paying a very dear price for him. I believe he's coming off like roughly 10th, around 9, 10, 11. So you're paying a price for him on still kind of a lousy team, but a better quarterback. I'm in. I'm good. Yeah. I like it.
Sign me up for the volume. Sign me up for the talent. Sign me up for the opportunity. Sign me up for amazing fantasy points where I don't got to worry about another competition there. I don't have to worry. I know I'm getting the clear one. I know I'm getting the talent. I'm getting the whole package with Malik Neighbors. If you want that safer wide receiver, more upside than an Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra is a safe guy, but he's got more competition. He's got more guys that are going to take the volume away. He's got Jahmyr Gibbs, who, like I said, is going to be lining up as a receiver. Sam Laporta had a bit of a down here. He's going to step up. Jameson Williams looking better in camp, right? That's why I'm really down on Amon-Ra. I think he's safe, but boring. He's going to see, he's on a regression year, whereas Malik, I think, is still trending upwards. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Your last one. I'm not going to reveal it yet. Now, with this one, let's just say, you miss out on him. Are you going to be upset? Like, how much do you really love this first overall pick?
I mean, I'm really committed, but I know I've got to be top 3 to get him. So if you're not top 3 first round, you're done. Forget it.
So I think you guys already know who we're talking about. Do you want to drum roll it?
We
now have breaking news.
Even Brad got in there.
I was so excited. I went premature. I'm apologizing for that.
And Brad got in there too and said,
We now have breaking news.
It's breaking. Tim is picking Bijan Robinson first.
Okay, hold on. It's not Bijan, it's Bijan. That's what he said. Bijan.
Oh, mon ami, let me bring my French back again. Huh?
So it's not, listen, so apparently it wasn't Bijan. Apparently it wasn't Bijan. It's Bijan.
It's like a bet.
Bijan, like the mustard, huh?
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
All right, so that I don't blame you here. I mean, the only person I see coming off ahead of Bijan is Jamar Chase. That's it. That's the only player I've seen in all my best ball drafts and all the mock drafts. Is the only player I've seen come off ahead of this guy. That's it. There's nobody else. Nobody else comes off ahead of him. I've never seen it. One time I think I saw CeeDee Lamb come off, and then Bijan fell to number 3. But that's it, man.
Yeah, he's being used the way he should be used, right? Like, you were really pissed off back in the day when it was that split. But nope, it is all Bijan now. There is nobody touching him. He owns that backfield. The points, everything is there, man. He's great with his hands, great running, everything. Knock, knock. I'm not even going to say anything else.
And people are going to rip on you in the comments. They're going to say, oh, thanks, Captain Obvious. So obviously it's a must-have.
Of course it is. But you guys always want to know who my number 1 overall is. This is my guy. I am saying it loud and proud.
Okay. So he's a must-have.
He's my 101.
So recap here. Calvin Ridley, Jameson Williams, Cortland Sutton, Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, and Bijan Robinson. First overall. And I agree, he is the first overall. I do like Genty. I think Genty steps up, but Bijan is definitely safer, I would say, if I had to choose.
Yeah, and again, I'm just scared of the price for Genty. Like, why? Why are we putting rookies so high? I get it that there's a great opportunity here and everything, but you take away any kind of value from this guy. Like, you're not going to get excited if he has a 250-point year. He has to come out and absolutely destroy at 300, three
Yes.
plus. And
Yes.
that's a tough ask.
And you're buying him at the most expensive price, right off the bat. It's kind of like a hit or miss. Like I'm all in or I miss out.
Probably give me him next year. I'm not taking him this year. The price is
He's
too
going to
high.
be, but when he tears it up, he's going to be a first round again. So
But he's going to be at the exact same spot if he tears it up.
Yeah, pretty much. Or, first overall. So,
Yeah, that'd be tough. I mean, he's got to really kill.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I'm no. In this case, I'm playing it safe. I'm not taking it. Not going to pay that value.
All right. So let us know in the below. Who is your must-have? Drop it in the comments. Tim, do you want to say anything to the listeners? Because they don't see you every day. They miss you. They ask about you. They admire you.
Listen, I went to a barbecue on the weekend with all my nieces and nephews, most of my family. We were all together. And let me tell you, all these young guys, they come out with this well-groomed beard. Like they've got it fully going on, right? But it's all nice and sharp lined and trimmed. You guys don't like my goatee? Too damn bad. You know what? I'm a wild man. This thing is all over the place. The hairs are doing decent, and I'm okay with it. That's the way I like it. I like it nasty and dirty.
So I asked you what you can say to the listeners. That's what you came up with, really?
That is to the listeners. I'm giving them in depth about my personality. I don't give a rat's ass. I talk football all the time, and you guys say I'm an idiot. So now I'm just going to give you some of my personal life stories.
Some people like you. Some people like that you oppose me.
Oh, yeah, they love that I'll bash you. and that just comes naturally. I mean, I'm not trying to do it. It's there.
Oh, man.
But we've been friends for a long time, so that's natural, too.
Yes. All right. We'll talk in a bit, guys. Subscribe, thumbs up, turn on the bell, grab 16 rounds, and I'll keep the content rolling for you. Tim, we'll get you back next week, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.